Welcome, friends, to another episode of today's Panchatantra for ancient wisdom and its relevance even today. Elephants and the rabbits, wisdom over strength, retelling the fable. In the heart of a dense, sprawling forest, a group of mighty elephants roamed freely. Towering, powerful, and majestic, they carried themselves with an air of pride, their thunderous footsteps resonating across the forest floor. Their sheer strength made them rulers of the forest in every sense. Smaller creatures trembled at the very sight of them. Among these creatures lived a community of rabbits, tiny, agile, and seemingly powerless. They darted through the underbrush, foraging for food and hiding from predators, always aware that their lives hung by a thread when the elephants were near. The elephants, unaware of the delicate lives around them, often trampled the rabbits' burrows in their quest for water at the lake, crushing nests and scattering families. Many rabbits perished, and the surviving ones cowered, unsure of how to protect themselves against these towering giants. Fear reigned, and despair hung heavy in their tiny hearts. Then a young and clever rabbit named Chandradini stepped forward. She gathered her fellow rabbits and addressed them with courage and determination. "Do not fear," she said. "We cannot match the elephants in strength, but with intelligence and strategy, we can defend ourselves and ensure our survival. We must act wisely, not rashly, and turn their arrogance against them." The rabbits, inspired by her confidence, agreed to follow her plan. Chandradini approached the Elephant King with boldness. The Elephant King, proud and imperious, loomed over her as she bowed respectfully. "Mighty King," she said, "I am Chandradini, sent by our ruler, Lord Chandru, who resides by the lake. Your intrusion and carelessness have caused great distress to our lord and our community. This harm is unjust, and we wish to enlighten you with wisdom." The Elephant King, startled by the tiny rabbit's audacity, paused. No creature of such size had ever spoken to him in this manner before. Curious and slightly intimidated, he asked, "Show me this Lord Chandru you speak of. I wish to see why my actions have caused concern." Chandrudini led the Elephant King to a well. In the clear, still water, the reflection of the moon, Lord Chandru shimmered on the surface. "Behold," she said, "this is our revered leader. See how your pride and power have frightened him. Approach, and you will see that even the mighty can be humbled by wisdom and foresight." The Elephant King, gazing at his own reflection, mistook it for the fearsome presence of Lord Chandru. He lifted his enormous foot to touch the reflection, only to see it shift with the water's movement. "Do you see, O King?" Chandradini said. "Your arrogance and might have consequences. Even the smallest among us can wield power when guided by intelligence and strategy." Humbled and enlightened, the Elephant King recognized his mistake. He vowed never again to trample the rabbit's burrows or bully the smaller creatures. Chandradini's cleverness and foresight had turned the forest's strongest beings into allies rather than adversaries. The rabbits celebrated their victory not through brute force, but through wisdom and unity. Moral analysis: intelligence triumphs over strength. The moral of this story is both timeless and universal. Intelligence, strategy, and unity can triumph over brute strength and arrogance. Key lessons include: cleverness can overcome power. Even the seemingly powerless can succeed against formidable opponents if they apply strategy, foresight, and creativity. Chandrudini's plan relied not on physical confrontation, but on cunning and persuasion. Unity amplifies intelligence. The rabbits acted as a cohesive group, trusting in their leader's plan. Unity magnifies the effectiveness of intelligence, making small forces capable of influencing powerful adversaries. Humility is crucial for the strong. Arrogance and pride blind the mighty. The Elephant King's initial hubris made him vulnerable to manipulation, demonstrating that power without wisdom is unstable. The smallest voice can have the greatest impact. Brilliance is not determined by size or status. Strategic thinking can amplify the impact of even the smallest participants. Corporate reflections: lessons for leadership and teams. In the modern corporate environment, this fable offers profound insights. A. Value of junior staff and innovative ideas. Just as the elephants underestimated the rabbits, organizations often undervalue junior employees or new entrants. These small voices may offer innovative solutions that can avert crises or drive success. Recognizing and nurturing such talent is critical. B. Intelligence over force. Many corporate challenges cannot be solved by sheer resources or authority alone. Strategic thinking, creative problem solving, and resourceful planning often produce better outcomes than forceful measures. Chandrudini's approach illustrates how intellect can achieve what brute force cannot. C. Strategic networking and information sharing. The rabbit's success relied on precise knowledge and communication, mirroring corporate practices where timely information and collaborative networks determine outcomes. Sharing insights, forming alliances, and planning collaboratively can turn potential threats into opportunities. D. Leadership, humility, and reflection. Leaders, like the Elephant King, must temper pride with reflection and openness to guidance. A humble leader listens, observes, and adapts. Hubris can blind decision makers to risks and opportunities, whereas humility fosters learning and resilience. E. Risk awareness and preventive measures. The elephant's initial neglect of the rabbit's plight demonstrates the dangers of ignoring smaller issues. In business, underestimating minor stakeholders, overlooked details, or emerging trends can lead to significant setbacks. Proactive monitoring, risk assessment, and strategic foresight are essential. Personal reflections, life's elephants, and the role of wisdom. In our personal lives, we frequently face challenges that seem overwhelming: financial crises, health issues, interpersonal conflicts, or career obstacles. The story teaches us fear is not defeat. Like the rabbits, we may be small in comparison to the challenges we face, but fear alone does not define our outcomes. Courage, planning, and ingenuity can overcome formidable obstacles. Strategic problem solving. Rather than confronting challenges head on with sheer force, devising creative solutions often proves more effective. Chandrudini's strategy demonstrates the power of foresight, subtlety, and precision. Value of support networks. Success often depends on collective effort. In life, family, friends, mentors, and colleagues can help implement strategies that amplify our capabilities. Humility in the face of power. Just as the Elephant King learned humility, we too must recognize that arrogance, whether our own or that of others, can lead to failure. Awareness and respect for knowledge, insight, and strategy are critical for personal growth and safety. Example from personal life. Facing a financial setback, a young professional may feel powerless against overwhelming debt. By gathering advice, carefully planning repayments, leveraging resources wisely, and remaining united with supportive peers or family, the challenge can be managed successfully. Intelligence, not mere force or willpower, produces sustainable solutions. Integrating the lessons, leadership, teamwork, and innovation. This story provides a blueprint for modern leadership. Leadership, true leadership, blends authority with wisdom. Arrogance alienates, while humility inspires trust and cooperation. Teamwork, unified action based on strategy, can overcome seemingly insurmountable challenges. Collective intelligence enhances the power of small contributors. Innovation, creative problem solving, often from unexpected sources, can redefine outcomes. Fresh perspectives like Chandrudini's catalyze innovation and breakthrough solutions. Strategic communication. Precise messaging and timing can influence outcomes without confrontation. Knowing when and how to present ideas is as important as the ideas themselves. In corporate projects, these lessons manifest as carefully evaluating junior or less visible team members' suggestions, leveraging small wins into strategic advantages, respecting advisors' counsel, and approaching challenges with intelligence rather than brute force. Conclusion. Wisdom as the greatest strength. The tale of the elephants and the rabbits underscores a timeless principle. Intelligence, strategy, and unity can overcome raw power and arrogance. Chandradini, though small and seemingly powerless, safeguarded her community through clever thinking, courage, and coordination. Her story reminds us that strength alone is insufficient. Strategy and foresight are critical. Even the mightiest can be humbled by intelligence applied wisely. Humility, careful listening, and awareness of the environment are essential for leaders and individuals alike. Collective effort and mutual trust can empower the weakest to protect their interests and triumph over challenges. Whether in corporate offices, personal life, or social interactions, the principle remains clear. Wisdom outweighs strength, and clever planning surpasses sheer force. Respect the power of intelligence, nurture unity, heed wise counsel, and approach life's elephants with courage and strategy. Failing to do so may allow even the smallest threat to reshape outcomes, a lesson as vital today as it was thousands of years ago. Thank you, yours Ravishankar Avadhanam.